Tidal asterisk echoes in the void. Captain Elena Vasquez looked out the viewport of the Odyssey, scanning the alien landscape stretching across the horizon. The sky of Planet X-47 was an iridescent swirl of colors, a mix of violet and pale green. The planet's sun hung low, casting a soft, almost otherworldly light across the jagged mountains and strange bioluminescent flora. "Commander, we're ready for surface exploration," crackled the voice of Dr. Ayush Patel, the ship's xenobiologist, through her earpiece. Elena took a deep breath. This was the mission humanity had been waiting for, confirmation of life beyond Earth. No one had dared dream it would be so vibrant. Their initial scans had shown signs of atmospheric oxygen, vast bodies of water, and now this strange glow hinting at ecosystems hidden beneath the dense vegetation. Elena keyed her communicator. "All right, Ayush. Get your team together. Let's make history." Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. 20 minutes later, Elena, Dr. Patel, and 3 other crew members, Lieutenant Jonas Cho, Engineer Riley Marks, and geologist Dr. Soraya Amin, stepped onto the planet's surface. Their suits kept them safe from any unfiltered hazards in the atmosphere, though air quality readings suggested it was almost breathable. The team took their first steps carefully, watching as bioluminescent plants shifted in hues of blue and green, their tendrils swaying, almost like curious animals observing newcomers. Everything felt alive. "What are these things?" Jonas whispered, bending close to one of the larger plants. Dr. Patel knelt beside him, taking a sample from a particularly tall specimen. Its stalk pulsed gently under his gloved hand, seemingly reacting to his touch. "Remarkable. It's as if they respond to stimuli. These organisms are so different from any known flora." As they ventured deeper, the lush, glowing jungle thickened, and they encountered more diverse flora and fauna. Strange, low-humming insect-like creatures flitted by, leaving a trail of phosphorescent dust. The team marveled at the complexity of it all. Everywhere they looked, life thrived, and they felt like the first humans to step onto an alien Eden. "Scan readings suggest something big moving ahead," Riley reported, glancing down at her handheld device. The ground started to tremble slightly. The team paused, feeling a pulse through their boots, a rhythm, as if the planet itself had a heartbeat. "What is that?" Soraya murmured. Through a break in the trees, they saw something massive. It was unlike anything any of them could have imagined. The creature was colossal, towering over them at least 30 feet tall, with multiple limbs and a fluid, almost gelatinous surface that pulsed with colors echoing those of the forest around it. Its many eyes, deep, dark orbs, seemed to blink in sync with the pulsing ground beneath their feet. "Is it looking at us?" Elena asked, frozen in awe. As if in response, the creature emitted a deep, resonating sound that reverberated through the air, setting off a ripple across the nearby plants. The plants shifted in harmony, their colors matching the creature's hum. It was as though the entire forest was attuned to this alien giant. Dr. Patel was enraptured. "I think it's some kind of communication. A resonance through the ecosystem." Jonas took a cautious step forward, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. "Do you think it's friendly?" The creature tilted its enormous head, its movements almost gentle, like a creature merely observing something curious. It let out another hum, this time softer. The sound vibrated through the air and left an almost calming effect on the team. "Whatever it is, I don't think it sees us as a threat," Elena said. She motioned to Dr. Patel. "Can you try communicating back?" Ayush nodded and adjusted his helmet, activating an external sound system. Carefully, he mimicked the creature's hum, sending a gentle echo back. For a long moment, the creature remained still. Then it responded with a series of tonal vibrations. The nearby plants began to sway again, but this time, they started releasing tiny, floating spores that lit up the air around them like fireflies. "What's it doing?" Riley whispered. "I think it's inviting us," Ayush said, his voice thick with wonder. They followed the creature as it moved through the jungle, leaving a glowing trail in its wake. Eventually, they arrived at a massive clearing. In the center was an enormous structure that looked like a blend of stone and organic matter. It was covered in symbols that glowed faintly, pulsing in harmony with the creature's hum. "It looks like a temple," Soraya breathed. "An ancient structure." The creature turned to them and emitted a series of complex sounds, which, to their amazement, seemed to carry more than just tones. There was a resonance to it, a feeling that penetrated through their suits. Elena could feel something almost like emotion, curiosity, perhaps even warmth. "It's trying to tell us something." Dr. Patel approached the temple wall and examined the symbols closely. "These patterns, they're almost like language. Some of these look similar to mathematical symbols." He took out a tablet, beginning to record. This could be a written form, possibly a way to document knowledge. Suddenly, a sharp, unfamiliar sound pierced the air. The creature recoiled, its colors shifting rapidly as it emitted a distressed hum. Elena whirled around, spotting another figure emerging from the jungle, a smaller creature, sleek and fast, darting toward the temple. "Another life form?" Jonas whispered. The smaller creature made a guttural sound and skittered around the temple, tapping on the symbols in a distinct pattern. To their surprise, the temple responded, a series of lights activating in a wave across the structure. The large creature, now calm, emitted a low tone that seemed like approval. Then, it looked back at the team, making the same tapping motion with one of its limbs. Dr. Patel caught on immediately. "It's showing us something. I think it wants us to interact with the symbols." Taking a deep breath, he approached the wall and tapped the symbols as he'd observed. A soft glow emerged from his touch, and a series of lights flickered in response. For a brief second, a holographic projection appeared, a scene of countless creatures moving in harmony across a vast, thriving world. The projection faded just as quickly, leaving the team speechless. "It's a record," Soraya said, her voice filled with awe. "A memory of this planet's life." The large creature let out a soft, reverberating hum and slowly began to retreat, as though its purpose had been fulfilled. The smaller creature joined it, and together, they melted back into the jungle, leaving the team alone by the ancient temple. Elena stood in silence, processing what they'd just witnessed. "We've found life," she said finally. "Not just any life, an entire civilization, perhaps even a history." Dr. Patel smiled, his eyes gleaming. "And they welcomed us." As they made their way back to the Odyssey, Elena couldn't help but look back toward the glowing jungle. They had come seeking alien life and had found not just living beings, but a connection, a glimpse into an ancient, resonant intelligence that might have once thrived, and now, perhaps, wanted to share its story with the stars. They had ventured to the edge of the galaxy, and it felt as if they had come home.